and Italian cooking is also wonderful, but it is as varied as the regions in Italy. There's also a centuries-long but little-known tradition of Jewish cooking in Italy. In her new book, Alla Giudia, Benedetta Jasmine Guetta, she pays tribute to the culinary heritage of Jews in Italy. What are we making today? I see some dessert and also something savory.
Yes, we're making two dishes. We're making montini, which are a Jewish dish for the holiday of Purim. They're sweet, they're almond cookies. And then we're making Concia di zucchine, which is, as the name says, a zucchini dish with marinated herbs and garlic.
I love it, montini, because they look like little mountains.
Precisely. That's exactly why they're called like that.
Okay, so let's get started making the cookies then.
Yeah, of course. So I'll just start mixing almond flour.
Almond flour? Good, yes, and it's gluten-free.
They are gluten-free, which is excellent. And sugar and an egg.
And what kind of sugar do you use?
Any sugar will do. The beauty of Italian cuisine is that it's very forgiving. Most of our recipes are very simple and very plain, so you don't need to ever worry. They're generally pretty foolproof. Okay. I also have some liquor that I will use as needed. So
okay, is that Contro? Okay. So
I'm using Contro here, but again, very forgiving. You can put there brandy or any other
I love that you're just mixing that with your hands right there, just like that.
Just like Grandma used to do.
Okay, I'm here for that. Then you can really get the consistency what you want.
Correct.
Oh yeah, put more of that in there. I like it.
Do you know that it evaporates when it goes in the oven?
It evaporates. It's okay, but it smells good. It's got that orange.
It has that orange flavor.
I love that. And this is for Purim, and these are just the cutest things I've ever seen. How do you get?
I'll show you later. Okay. You practically make a mountain, then you slice it in half, and then you sandwich it together with the other half.
I could do that. You said this is
full. It's totally within everyone's capabilities, I promise.
She says it's foolproof, and I'm here for that because baking is not one of my strong suits. All right, so once do you want me to start? Oh,
yeah,
yes.
I'll just add a tiny bit more, and you're good to start making little mountains.
Little mountains.
So you make a ball, and then you flatten it on the sides. There you go.
Okay. All right, and then
that's you.
Oh, you just want me to start?
I'll just pass you on that side, and you have a tray.
Okay. So do you just get like a handful like this? Okay.
About a bowl.
And then make a little mountain.
And shape it into a little mountain. They don't rise in the oven, so that's the size you're trying to achieve.
Okay, all right. I've never made a mountain cookie before, so I mean, if this is my first pass, I'm going to do my best.
Very good. And while you are so kind to roll all those mountains, I will move on to preparing our zucchinis.
All right.
I have cheated. Some of them are already ready, so
that's okay. I'm hungry
I'll just show you the last few steps.
All right. I'm still working on my first mountain, by the way.
Oh, and for the record, sorry, I forgot one thing. If you wanted to do the bicolor mountains, you would have to put some cocoa powder in half of the mix. Okay. Yes. But you can start with the simple mountains and then upgrade to the higher.
We're just doing the one colored mountain right now.
So I've already pre-sliced some zucchinis. It's about every zucchini is cutting 4 slices horizontally.
Okay. And do you want to get the oil super duper hot, or?
I would like, if I had the thermometer, it would be at 360 Fahrenheit.
Okay.
But you can see when it starts bubbling up, it's about to happen.
Okay.
So this would probably need one more minute.
You know what she did, y'all? I have to tell you this because I think this is such a great thing that we learned today. Is as we were preparing this and letting the oil get warm, she just took a little piece of cilantro.
Parsley.
Parsley.
Any herb that I had at hand, really.
And she just put it in there and waited for it to start bubbling to know when the oil was ready. So if you don't have a thermometer, I thought that was a great trick.
Yeah.
We like that.
Actually, what I would do at home is I would do it with a slice of apple, because the slice of apple also has the benefit of, at least reportedly, removing the smell of the oil when it fries. So you can start with a tiny slice of apple and then move on.
That is, okay, that is very news you can use.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
We try to make ourselves useful.
It. Okay,
so I'm just putting in my zucchinis, waiting for them to become pretty golden. It will take us a couple of minutes. But I can tell you already what I'm not gonna do.
What kind of oil did you use? Does it have a high smoke point?
I'm using here sunflower oil, peanut oil would work well. Okay. Avocado oil would work well. Most types of oil. I just wouldn't use extra virgin. We do have extra virgin, but we will use it just to top the zucchini at the end.
Copy that. Okay.
So what I'm gonna do now is, while these are getting ready, I'll mix garlic with herbs. I've got parsley, basil, and mint.
Okay.
Depending who you ask, it could be yes to parsley, no to parsley, yes to basil, no to basil, because you know grandmothers, they all have opinions.
They sure do.
So I'm gonna go with the three of them, but I'm sure that somebody back in Rome would pick a fight about it.
Oh, we don't want any fights. So no fights on New Day, but I think we should use them all.
But you know, more herbs, more flavor, so...
I love all those herbs, so let's just pile them on.
Oops, and then I'm gonna throw in some white wine vinegar.
So tell me really quickly about cooking alla Giudia.
Yeah, right, that's what we're here for.
This is Jewish Italian cooking.
It's a book dedicated to Jewish Italian cuisine. Most people don't even know that there are Jews in Italy, so I always have to explain to people that yes, there are Jews in Italy.
Yes.
It's a beautiful, very ancient community that dates back to the ancient Roman times, so we've been there for millennia actually. We have our own distinctive cuisine, and we contributed substantially to the cuisine of Italy, and that's something that most people don't know. For example, when you think about eggplant, Italians didn't know how to cook with eggplants for centuries. It was the Jews that brought the eggplants to Italy and taught them how to use it. So you wouldn't have, you know, eggplant caponata or like eggplant parmigiana if it wasn't for the Jewish contributions.
That is great news. We are about out of time right now.
Okay, perfect. We're gonna just...
So I'm gonna try this. Now you just basically, once they fried up and everything,
once they fry up, I would be picking them from here, sprinkling them with this topping of herbs, and let it sit for about 24 hours
in
the fridge so that it gets even yummier.
Okay.
And then that's it. That's your dish. You would serve it with nice bread as an appetizer.
This is so fresh tasting. This is so delicious. Thank you so much for sharing this. Thank you for sharing your family's story. Thank you for sharing all this delicious food. This is great. I'm going to keep eating now.
Thank you. You're so welcome.